What's up, everybody? Today we are going to make some homemade sauerkraut. Obviously, the best thing we can put in our belly. I like to use real fermented foods rather than probiotic pills. So far, all we've done is took our cabbage, completely sliced it up into like coleslaw-like chunks. We added about 1 tablespoon of coarse sea salt in there, and now we're really just smashing it. We're going to continue to do this for a little while. It's just going to start squeezing some of the juices out of it. And when we get done with that, we're going to take an apple, a fresh organic Honeycrisp apple. We're going to blend it up and we're going to mix that in there inside of our mason jar, and it should be ready to start. So after you have everything in the bowl, the sea salt, the cabbage chopped up, and you've been smashing it for about 5 minutes, you'll see it gets real moist, kind of like coleslaw a little bit. And it will feel like a waste of time, but you really do want to smash it up like that to start getting all the moisture out. And then we got our 1 organic Honeycrisp apple, and we're going to blend that up. So now we got to blend it. I did have to add some filtered water to it to get it in. We got the cabbage starting to go in the jar. We're going to pour that, what looks like applesauce, right in there. The reason we're adding apples to this is really uncommon in the recipes. But the reason we're doing that is apples have pepsin in it, and pepsin is an amazing prebiotic. So if you add it in there, not only do you have your probiotics, you have your prebiotics. All the fiber and nutrients inside of that apple are going to be rich in what this probiotic food needs. Make sure we feed our gut well with it. And honestly, I'm just hoping that the apple makes it taste better. So once we get this in here, we are going to mix that all in. We're going to finish filling this up with cabbage, and then I'll grab you that. So now we got the applesauce in here. We got the cabbage in here. It's all smashed and liquidy. Now we're just getting it all mixed together. We're smashing it up with a wooden spoon. You can hear it getting moist in there. This is exactly what we're looking for. The goal is to get the liquid to the top. We really want the entire thing to stay wet while it ferments. So as I'm doing this, there's more and more liquid coming to the top, and I'm just going to continue to do this for maybe another 2 minutes, and then I'll show you how to finish it. So at the very beginning, we took the cores out of the cabbage, and now we are slicing those up. We also took the 2 main outside leaves of the cabbage. We set those aside as well. And we're going to show you how we're going to use those. So first we're going to slice these up. And these are going to go right in here. One thing you got to make sure of is that you wash your hands and wash everything really well before you do that, because you don't want to be growing the wrong kind of bacteria. So we got the cores in there, and there's a reason we save these. What we're going to do is we're going to fold them up, and we're going to stuff them in here on top. The reason we're doing that is we really want all of the smashed cabbage to stay down below the water. So what we're doing here is, as it goes through its fermenting process, it is going to want to creep up and float. So we're just making sure that it's nice and snug down so it doesn't have much room to come up and float. And if you have one, this is a really good time to take something like a little cup that'll fit right in, push it in here, just to push it down even farther, and then we're going to put our lid on. Now we know everything in there is in those juices. Oof. Made a big mess, but it is done. So you can see all that good liquid. That liquid's going to be so rich in probiotics. So it needs to stay at about your house's temperature for the next 14 days is going to be the goal we're going to go for. People say 3 to 10. Some people say like 3 weeks. We're going to do 2 weeks. That's usually when it hits stage 3 of the fermentation process, and you get the maximum amount of probiotics, which is what we're going for here. So that is how you make yourself your homemade sauerkraut. And it's probably going to be the highest probiotic food you could possibly make yourself or put in your body.